EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the Raiders and the Seahawks, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks. Welcome again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Able to slither by. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Let's go now, let's go.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's second and 10. They'll toss this out right to Walker. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing on third down, Smith. It's complete to Lockett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
From the red zone now, Smith. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Up the middle, here's Walker. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
And it certainly hadn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, they'll burn you.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
From the gun, it's Carr. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
And I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I'd keep pressing it downfield.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So they got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mac Hollins, 31 yards. And the Raiders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They juked him. Oh, he bowls over him. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Man open, it's Goodwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Smith. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Throwing again is Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. 38 yards for the rookie Ken Walker. And the Seahawks have regained the lead. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from the rookie, Kenneth Walker. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a play fake. Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Carr on the bootleg. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or check down and throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try to find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
from just shy of midfield. Carr. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. The Raiders on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. To throw, it's Carr. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
They go with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gamble with a running play, and boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in at the 3. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
On first down, Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run this with Homer. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Straight ahead, Walker. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now Geno on first down. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now Geno. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Again, Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Seahawks have yet again retaken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Throwing on first down is Carr. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run right here with Jacobs. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. White. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Jacobs diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the 1st half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Geno Smith getting ready to go again here on offense. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Geno now to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Smith throwing again. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Smith. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw him a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Abdul is going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 53. Carlson able to put this one through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken from about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports halftime report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taken in at the 22. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. Man open. It's Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now a run with Walker. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. Now Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 2nd and very short, Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They only needed a few inches there on 2nd, but forget the halfback dive. They were going for the big one.
I thought it was a good time to take a shot. You figure with their running game, if they don't get it there, you come back and run for it and pick up the 1st down. Go ahead and be aggressive. Try and get one downfield for a big one.
Smith on 3rd down. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, Smith. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, it's Walker. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
114 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Smith. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Smith. This complete to Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the 50, it's Smith.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Throwing again is Smith. Steps away to his left.
This is the tight end Fan. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Smith.
Going right back to Fan. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
A 3rd quarter now at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Again, Smith. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. This is Homer. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So that'll second drive ending at a field goal now here in the 3rd.
Yeah, the first one got them closer, and this one gets them the lead, but I don't think they should fall in love with kicking field goals. They're going to need to put the ball in the end zone if they want to finish off this game with a win.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is taken in at the 5. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Play action. Now it's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jesper Horsted there to make the grab.
And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 5. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Geno on 1st down.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Smith looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Geno now to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The drive starts with a completion left side. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, Jacobs. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Here's Carr. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to make it fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Going on the ground with Homer. Ooh, with a juke. And able to use his blockers to get this all over the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for first.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on the play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here's Carr to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Smith.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Raiders offense ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Let's go, baby.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Carr. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Carr to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
A lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side-eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now Smith. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a first down, and one less down to try and get it.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw, Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Geno. And he'll just get rid of it. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now he's forced out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with if they could have stopped them right there on that down. Now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had them blanketed, especially there in the secondary, but, hey, took off and found a way. Now Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get.
In this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Now we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Now it's Smith. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Smith now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So Derek Carr in the offense, down by 1, 46 seconds to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down.
So what you got on that ball? Let's go, man. Let's try to take it to the...
Carr to throw.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Carr.
His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing his Carr. Able to connect with Jacobs.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now Carr, gotta have this one.
Pass complete, it's Adams. And they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive, but time, not an ally. Here's Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Now Carr.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one, got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Carr to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And this kick is not gonna get there. It's short and no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that one proved to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost him the football game.
Down to a knee, here goes Smith, and that should all but do it.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business there. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.